When the Chancellor introduced the furlough scheme, it was absolutely the right thing to do. The economy was literally being shut down in most cases, and it saved immediate mass redundancies and brought people some time to think. But we're now in a funny position, aren't we? Because what the Chancellor has said is that people can now stay on furlough for a full 8 months, receiving 80% of their salary, up to £2,500 a month, and whether that money comes all from the government, as it will until the end of July, or partly from the government and partly from the employers from August onwards, although in administration terms, goodness knows how they'll ever sort that out. But the reality is, I mean, if you are being paid 80% of your normal income, you haven't got travel costs, you're not going to the pub with work colleagues, you're not spending the money that you were driving your kids around to football matches or whatever it is, and under the terms of this scheme, you're allowed to do other paid work if you can find it whilst you're on furlough. The reality is there are quite a lot of people out there right now on furlough who are actually having a pretty good time. The sun's shining, you can sit in the garden and drink a glass of beer. And I worry, paying people to stay at home may be okay for a couple of weeks, but after 6 months or 8 months, will people actually want to go back to work? And if their employer says to them in July, look, we think it's time to come back to work, folks, they might say, well, I'm sorry, but we're not actually convinced that you've got the right safety measures in place. I do worry what this is doing to us long-term economically. Now, the question...
We will make America great again.